Peace and blessings, beautiful people. I feel like I want to start today's live with a song. And this is, well, I think I want to play India Arie song, We Are. And my eyes might catch something else. Excuse me. Yeah. If you've never heard this song, check it out. This is from a Worthy album. It's powerful words.
We are the love of strangers that say a silent prayer. We are the love of mothers that taught our hearts to care. We are the patience in the sacrifice of yesterday.
We are the patience in the sacrifice of yesterday.
Between the breaths of all the words we say. We are.
I strongly recommend you listen to this song, especially nowadays with all that's going on in the world.
We are the proof of life. Our ancestors
You are the proof of life that your ancestors gave.
From the cradle to the grave. We are the best of struggles that we won't have to bear. We are the heir to all the prayers that float upon the air. We are.
One of the things I love to do is sing, but I don't think I have that gift. Well, I do. I used to sing when I was in secondary school in Nigeria, high school in America.
The seed of children that may never know our
Wait a minute. Just check that out. We are the seeds of children that may never know our names. So while we're looking back and focusing on our ancestors, remember that we, you, me, we're going to be an ancestor to children that will never know our names. They just know we live in them. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Why am I even giving a disclaimer? It's just me.
We are the piece of people that won't bow their heads in shame. We are.
That's who we are.
We walk upon the earth. We knock on heaven's door. We are the life that teems along the deepest ocean floor. We are.
India Arie, man, she's a deep spiritual teacher, a teacher of life, and she has been using her gift for many years. She's been prescribing the medicine. So anyway, I came in and didn't even introduce myself, but maybe I don't need to. I am Ade. I am Ademola Anifowishe, the son of Alimi Anifowishe, the son of Esther Oluwafumilola Anifowishe, the grandson of Alice Osho, the grandson of Moses Osho, the grandson of Idris Anifowishe, and the grandson of Habibat Anifowishe. Those are the names that I know. I don't know the names of my great-grandparents. I don't even have pictures of them. Forget my great-great-grandparents or great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents. But what I know is they live in me. I am them. Because of them, I exist. They passed life on to me. So the life that I'm living It's the life that was passed unto me by ancestors that I don't know their names. And my name, on some level, represents who they were. And they're still alive today, because death, no one dies. We don't die. We just transform. We don't die. There is no death. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. You can only transform energy. And I'm trying to do something over here, but I'll just let it be. You can only transform energy. So I just did an interview with a dear sister friend of mine, talking about this event that's coming up this Saturday. We got two more days. Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time. It's a 3-hour session, a grief ritual, and the event is called Representing Our Ancestors, Representing Our Stories. This is the call. This is the charge. This is the mission. If you choose to accept it, you are here. If you're listening to this and watching this, you have been invited to represent your ancestors. You've been invited to represent your story, to tell a new story, to change the narrative. And what I just want to talk about real quick is when I was when I was on Charlie's live, you can check it out. It's on my page and it's on her page as well. Charlie Ford, Chaly, Ford. Like the car, Ford, Ford. Yeah, that's right. I said that so fast I didn't know I was spelling it. You know, she asked me a question. I don't even remember what the question is now. But as I started to talk, she said, what is representing our ancestors, representing our stories? What is it about? Hello there, my sister. And as I was talking to her, it just occurred to me in that moment. This 3-part series called Representing Our Stories, Representing Our Ancestors, Representing Our Stories is actually a journey, is a process of healing places where we feel like we don't belong. It is about belonging. And when I heard it, when it hit me while I was talking, it touched me so deeply because, first of all, I didn't know that. It's like, oh, yeah. And if you're watching this for the first time, the history, the beginning story of representing our stories, representing our ancestors, representing our stories, it was given to me last year through a dream vision. What I call dream vision is a dream, and it has given me messages of what's to come. And I do get those quite regularly. And it was after that night, I'd gone to bed asking for what is mine to do. And it was after the Arts of Empowerment. It was after George Floyd was murdered, and being around people who were struggling, and the protest was happening in America. And I was like, how can I be of service? I'm here, I'm not over there, which thank God is I'm glad I wasn't over there, because woo! That part of that conversation is in chapter 1 of this book. I'm not going back to that chapter, but I'm so glad that I'm in the UK. However, I went to bed that night and I was asked, what can I do? And it came to me, and I got a chance to do a shorter version of this. Like a few weeks later, things were just sort of working out. And, and then eventually, someone told me about the Interplay Racial Equity and Transformation mini grant. Well, when they told me, they said, you should apply. I was like, oh, I guess. I don't know what I should apply for. What am I doing? Like, really? Well, eventually I was going, really? Are you serious? I applied for it. They awarded the grant, and there was something affirming about that too. And so here we are, almost a year later. The event starts on Saturday. It's a 3-part series. It's Saturday, April 24th, May 15th, and June 19th. But Saturday, 2 days from now, it's like a few days from the verdict when they said, they found Derek Chauvin, the police officer who literally smothered George Floyd to death, found him guilty. You got 2 more months now to get excited about because it can go any other way. It could be like, well, time served and 2 years. But representing our ancestors, representing our stories is an opportunity to take it up a notch. Recognize what's going on in the world, but take our attention and take it back. And remember who our ancestors were. And how do you know who they were? How are they showing up? How are they living? How are you living? How you're living right now is an indication, an indicator of how your ancestors lived. They're living in you, through you, as you right now. What are you passionate about? What do you want to see happen? Are you fed up of injustice and you're wondering how it's going to happen? Are you saying it's always going to be like this? Well, if you believe it's always going to be like this, guess what? You're creating more of that. And that's what you're passing on to your children. I'm not saying turn a blind eye, but pay attention and remember that you're a spiritual being. So this Saturday event, it's going to be a grief ritual, a space for us to grieve in community, to share, to journal, to allow a deeper wisdom, deeper information to rise up from within us because we've set the intention. You've set the intention. What's up, KS? You've set the intention to heal so you can give your body permission to relax. We hold the grief inside of us sometimes. We hold energy inside of us. We hold unforgiveness. We hold betrayal. We hold abuse. We hold it. We hold it. We hold it. And the more we hold those kind of heavy emotions, our heart gets hardened. We feel like we can't let anybody in. We're afraid of being hurt. We might even feel like a victim. And then we wonder why we can't connect. We wonder why we don't feel the presence of God because there's a wall around our heart. So this space that we're creating is to give you an opportunity to take the wall down, maybe just one brick at a time. You may not go through all of it, but it's a beginning of you coming back to yourself, to remember that you belong, that you're part of something greater, that you're part of thousands of generations. Thousands of generations, Casey, you've kept that going and actually start to have an affinity for that. So those of you who are on Instagram, not Casey, KS listens to the show I do with Ricky Byers. And one day I was doing the thing that I do. Some of you know, I just go into one and I was just like pouring out of me. And Ricky said something and then she said, you were preaching. And there's a time I used to be triggered by that. But now I'm like, okay, whatever. If it's in us preaching, so be it. And Ricky said, everybody type in the chat room, preach, preacher. And KS has kept that going. And now when I say it just makes me smile. And I know that that when people say it now, I know because I'm representing my story, is that I am coming from a deep place that is, for me, this is a story that I'm making up about it. I'm coming from a deeper place that's beyond just intellect. And I say that's some of the gifts that my ancestors passed on to me that I've run from. I was sharing with Charlie in the interview that I just did. It's like, this is bigger than me. And I can feel my life shifting and changing. And I'm a little bit nervous, like, oh my God. What is happening here? I'm happy about it. I'm grateful about it. Well, yeah, I'm grateful about it. And I don't know if happy is the word, grateful for the shift that's happening in me. But I know that the shift that is happening in me is going to extend itself outwards. I don't know what that's going to look like. But oftentimes when we worry about something, our thought about the thing is more stressful than the thing actually happening. So I'm on a journey. And I'm going to continue to preach. I know you do. Kaya said, I do it in love and deep connection. I know you do. That's why I smile. It makes my heart smile when you type. It's like, yes. And I'm not offended by it any, not by before, way before you really. I'm like, okay, so be it. So when you do it, it's like, oh, it's a reminder to let me know that I've tapped into that space. So representing our ancestors, representing our stories is an opportunity for you to show up for yourself. Your ancestors are already there. God is already there. They're living as you. So whatever you're carrying, this is more, it's more than just white supremacy or systemic racism. What are the things that you're holding that you haven't felt safe to grieve? Maybe your dog died when you were 10 and now you're 60, but you're still carrying that. Because maybe when you cried about your dog dying, somebody told you to grow up or they told you you're too sensitive. This is about creating space for others, learning how you can be a space for others to grieve. And the best way we can learn to be a space for others is to give ourselves space to grieve. So we have different things that we're going to be doing. You're going to move your body. You're going to connect with sound. We got so much. I'm not going to give it all away. You're going to have an opportunity to journal. So make sure you bring your candles, your something to write with, your journal. Make sure you bring some water. We are coming together with one mind, one intention to be made whole. Truth is, we're already whole. We're just shifting the way we see ourselves to remember that we are powerful, to remember that we belong, to remember that all the BS that's going on in the world is happening because of human beings. And the way we end it, the way we put an end to it, it may not happen in our lifetime. And even if I go and say, I know what happened before my lifetime, I don't know. I really don't know. But even if it doesn't, what I do today, what we do today, what you do today is adding to the world you want to see. So when we're talking about a world that works for everyone, whew, yeah, it sounds good and deep and all that. But to create a world that works for everyone, it's the highest, one of the highest form of spiritual practice, allowing others to be who they are. That's hard. But when you learn to be with your own self, when you learn to be with your own pain, your own judgments, your own insecurities, your own, the places where you can't forgive, you just might have some space within yourself for other people when they're creating mess, however that mess looks like. This journey of life is pretty messy. And you've heard me say it. If you don't embrace your mess, you ain't gonna get the message. If you run from the mess, you ain't got no message. You ain't got it. That's right. You ain't got no message. But if you embrace the mess, and when I say embrace the mess, I'm not talking about go and sit in it and wallow in it, but to take a moment to just be still. Like, what is this? Why? What do I need to learn from this? What is the lesson here? Do I need to get professional help? Do I need to reach out? Do I need to get quiet? Do I need to meditate? Do I need to speak out more? Do I need to take action? Do I need to be still? You will get the answer. You may not get it immediately, but the moment you ask, you've activated the answer. It may come in a dream. It may come when you're talking to somebody. It may come listening to a song. It may come in an email or something you see on social media. When you do get it, move on it. Move on it. And as you do, you realize that you really belong, that you're part of something greater, that your life is the life of God, and you have the power to change what's going on in the world. And even if you can't change what's going on in the world, you can change your family. Now, some of them may still push back and say they don't understand you. But I tell you, if you're living from that place of centeredness, compassion, empathy, understanding, and because you don't believe the way they believe, when you leave this planet, that's what they're going to be talking about. We've heard it. They're going to talk about, well, he didn't do what everybody else did. We didn't understand him. But one thing you can say about him, he loved people. She was always there. Sometimes it's easiest it seems like it's easy for us to tell the truth about someone once they've left this body. Well, tell the truth about yourself. bit.ly represent ancestors. bit.ly represent ancestors. Go there now, register, join us on Saturday, this Saturday, April 24th, and then May 15th, and then June 19th. Saturday, grief ritual. May 15th, telling a new story, and June 19th, we create a vision of a new generation, a vision of a new generation. We are the ones. Can you post your email? I would like to contact you. Okay, sure. If you go to my website, lifecoachade.com, because I don't want people just grabbing my, you know what I mean? Grab my email here and then be telling me, they're already sending. I already get stuff that I didn't subscribe to. But I don't want to make it easy on them. I want them to work hard for it. There's a contact page there, KS. I wonder what KS stands for, because I want to keep saying KC. I'm sure you probably get that. And let me post the link for the event, bit.ly, represent ancestors. I have to say it like that or I won't be able to type it. I am done. I am complete. And I got some few more things to do, and then I'm going to take it down. Thank you. Sibella, you came in at the tail end. Welcome. I'm getting ready to release this conversation. Yeah, I kept it within 30 minutes today. It's only 21 minutes. I've been working at this since Sunday. Like to keep it between 15 minutes, but no more than 30. Today, I'm wrapping it up. So let me leave now. Blessings to you too. Kimberly Siobhan. I like that, Kimberly Siobhan. Thanks for letting me know. Now I know. All right, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me. I will be back tomorrow. Don't know what I'm talking about yet. I don't care, because it's all going to come anyway. That's tomorrow. That's like 24 hours away. So why am I tripping about that? I'm not. Today's Thursday, right? And join us on Saturday. And if you can't be there, you want to gift someone a space, reach out to me, lifecoachade.com, contact page, and we can talk. And then, you can create some kind of scholarship for other people to participate. Or you might just want to give a donation, a gift. Like, I want to gift to this. This has inspired me. This touched me, and I just want to give a gift because I can. All right, beautiful people. See you when I'm back tomorrow, whatever time. All right. Kimberly Siobhan. All right, I'm out. Peace and blessings. Thank you.